Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara, Kikuya. And last time we finished Iroha's route, went by fast. I think his is the shortest one that we've had, I feel like. I don't know why, but anyway. So we are going to do the just normal happy ending and then his sequel and date scenario. So, we'll go to chapter 13. We'll go, oh wait, we can't. I was gonna like skip, but, oh, we just do this. Okay, so we're gonna skip and I'm gonna try to remember what choices I made. I don't remember if I know them. I think we said that. Like, oh, my thing is up too high. Sorry. Oh. Man, I just clicked off it just to, we combed our fingers through it, right? Yeah, good. I just wanted to turn the volume down on my computer because if my computer volume's at 50% and my headset volume is down as far as it goes, it's still blasting in my ear because it's fucking loud. Like, no, we don't. Okay. Stay with me in Kikuya. Like, okay. And go back safely. He said so very gently, like he was reluctant to part from me. Iroha-san's right hand caressed my cheek. Normally this would make me happy, but today this made me so sad. Spacey, what are you hiding from me? Huh? Nothing. I'm not hiding anything. I shook my head left to right many times. I felt that what I just did seemed so fake. It's something that you can't tell me, isn't it? He lowered his almond-shaped eyes. Have I heard him? But what are you guys doing here at the entrance? I can't watch this anymore. Tokiwa, I don't remember giving you permission to go outside. Don't get mad. Being free and wild is Tokiwa-sama's specialty. Fucking Tokiwa. So please don't get mad at me. I'm trying to tell you the reason. Why this lady is acting strange now. Thank you, Tokiwa. Because I can't fucking handle shit on my own. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean that literally. We can't handle shit on our own. Tokiwa-san, stop it! What do you mean? Why do you know the reason, Tokiwa? Iroha's expression instantly turned severe. It's surprising that a manager like you would get so into this lady. He knows this much already. I felt terribly uneasy. Well, you see, I heard that this lady is trying to bring a husband into her family. Is this true, Spacey? With my head down, his questioning voice rang out above me. Tears came into my eyes. Just for a moment, I looked up at Iroha-san's face. And then I ran out of Kikuya. Spacey, you seem like you haven't been sleeping these days. You should go to bed early tonight. I weakly nodded to my mother's words. In the end, I couldn't do anything. Bad ending would be like, and then we just never see him again. Tomorrow will be the day. I'm supposed to meet the guy who'll be my husband. Iroha-san, I wonder what he's doing now. Perhaps he's doing his job as a manager as usual. Maybe he's mad at me because I just disappeared without saying anything. I have to forget him. I told myself that many times. And I shook my head and tried to slip into bed. Just then, I came for you. I sprung up out of bed and looked at the sliding door, but no one was there. I'm here, behind you. When I looked back to where the voice was coming from, Iroha-san was sitting on the window frame. It just sneaks in through the fucking window. Why do I just find that ridiculously... I'm just picturing his sexy ass just sitting in our window like, hey. You're like, I don't know why I like this so much. Like, I really enjoy this. So much more than you just walking through the front door. Even though in reality, someone just peeping in your window would be creepy as fuck, but... Not believing my own eyes, I was at a loss for words. I stood up slowly. Is this an illusion? I whispered this as if I were asking myself. Would it be better if it were an illusion? Iroha smiled a little. He's fucking beautiful. No. Spacey, be quiet. I approached the window frame and Iroha-san gently sealed my lips with his fingers. If they notice that I'm here, myself and your warehouse will have a lot of trouble. This is real. The person before my eyes is the one that I love. I came for you. Iroha-san, how can his words make me so happy? Because he's saying he came for you, and that's just kind of, like, in this context, romantic. Oh, you chased me down! Why we ran away from him to just be on me, but, like, whatever. I want to cling to his chest and cry out loud so badly. Okay, I know why. Because our mother made it seem like we had a duty to marry this other dude, and, like, whatever. But, no, I can't. My mother will get worried. So you mean that you're okay to sleep with a man who you don't even know? No, I'm not okay. Please don't say that. If I think about it, I feel that I'll go crazy. I especially don't want you to know that, Iroha-san. But now that I know, I will have you. Even if I have to take you away. Kidnapping. Sexy. Okay, like, what he's saying, you're like, ah! But I mean, you're talking about kidnapping me, so on the other hand... I fuck all of these up, don't I? It's supposed to be like, oh, that's so romantic, he's gonna kidnap me. Wait, what? Goddamn logic. Iroha-san acted quicker than I could react. Iroha-san covered my mouth with his hand and put his arms around my body. What's happening? You're being kidnapped, but... While still being confused, Iroha-san carried me and jumped down from the window. Slowly, he put me down on the ground like he was handling something fragile. In the middle of night, and to take you away like this. I'm sorry. No, I'm really surprised that you jumped down from up there. A height like that isn't a problem for me. Right, he's magical. You must be used to it. It's because I had to train my body to catch gentlemen of the night who try to escape. I see. Our conversation stopped. I should have said something more. Are you mad at me? Well, as I hesitated to speak, Iroha-san grabbed my shoulder strongly. You can think of me as a cold and cruel man, but I don't want to hand you over to anyone else, Spacey. I'll start to go crazy when I imagine you sleeping with another man. I know, I imagine me going crazy, sleeping with another man aside from you and everybody else that's in my man harem. But, like, we do have to make room for boys in the man harem. There's just too many of you. We're gonna have to get a bigger one. Iroha-san, I definitely would feel the same way. You're the only one that I want to sleep with. It's funny, I can't imagine you sleeping with another man. Really? But you sleep... Well, okay, not right now, because you're not a man whore anymore. But, like, beforehand, you slept with women all the time. And I'm just saying, you don't really have the right to be jealous. I mean, you can't help your feelings. You're gonna feel jealous, whether you want to logically or not. But, like... I'm just saying, you pot and kettle here. Like, just, how dare you? I can't handle you sleeping with another man. Well, I can't handle the thought of you sleeping with another woman, but you do it all the time. Just saying. And for pay. Maybe that's where the difference is, but still doesn't be, but I gotta live with it, you gotta live with it. But this is more like, this is like not, I just randomly going around and having one-night stands is like, I'm gonna be married, so I'm not gonna be allowed to sleep with anyone else, and like, your job is to sleep with other people. Like, that's kind of fucked up. But I'm just, still. Now and forever, I'll always feel that way. Our passionate gazes tangled with each other. I want him so much. We both wanted each other like this. And we devoured each other's lips and tangled our tongues together. That just felt like it needed dramatic reading. All my heart's emotions were in my kiss. Whew. Spacey, you're mine. All mine. I'm the first person to taste your lips. And I'm the one who taught you to tangle your tongue and kiss. Like this. Okay, let's just simmer it down. Iroha-san. The words escaping from Iroha-san's mouth embarrassed me. I mean, will another man taste this? I don't need words anymore. Words are useless now. Oh my god, are we gonna have sex in the shrine again? I licked his lips with the tip of my tongue. Iroha-san laughed a little and held my tongue in his mouth. That just is an awkward picture in my head. Though it should have been a small action, my entire body became enveloped in a sweet numbness. She's gonna end up passing out. You've become a good kisser before I could even realize it. I'm trainable. Just like, because I've been in a trance today. My desire to connect with you is stronger than my embarrassment. Me too, Spacey. I highly doubt he has any embarrassment left. Iroha's lips kissed me on my neck as if to urge me on. I can't stop worrying when I think about what's going to happen in the future. Iroha-san, what should I do to be with you? I can't abandon Kikuya. Yes. So can you stay with me in Kikuya? What? Iroha-san's words made my thoughts stop. It's okay to think of me as a selfish guy. I'll do anything to keep you with me. That literally just like, stay with me in Kikuya. Okay, I'll pretend I'm a boy and all the girls will I mean, that's like Ode on a High School Host Club, right? And so many other things where you're like, I'm pretending to be a boy and the guys do not know that I am a boy. But this would be even more awkward because you'd be like, and I'm here and the ladies are buying me, but I have the choice not to sleep with them, so that works out. I can make money treating women like whatever, like, oh yes, hi, you are gorgeous, and like they think I'm just a very beautiful man and I don't have to sleep with them, so I mean, sure. I want that game now. Where is that one? Because that'd be funny as shit. Like, there's several that are like in the vein of like Hakuoki. There is another mobile Otome one which I played long before I found out about Hakuoki. I gave up on because I hate the gacha things and like the mining, and you're like, I hate that crap. And you have to wear the certain outfit, and then you basically, it's like, it sucks if you're not paying, right? But it was basically the same thing. Like, except for she didn't look like a giant-eyed, saucer-eyed, stupid derp-face idiot like Chizuru or whatever the fuck her name was in Hakuoki. Spacey. They're all Spacey. But, she was actually pretty, and you're like, really? People think you're a dude? Because, okay, whatever. But, like, it was the same thing. And she went, and she was living with, like, samurai dudes. And, like, it was basically the same fucking thing. But, you know, there's a lot of those where, like, everybody thinks, oh, they find out you're a girl. And then they're like, I totally knew you were a chick the whole time. Bullshit, you did. You're just glad you're not gay because you thought you were gay, is what it was. Whatever. Anyway. I'll do anything to keep you with me. And because of that, I'm sorry. This is the only thing that I can think of. Why are you apologizing? He seemed to be surprised by my words and opened his eyes wide. But that was only for a moment. His eyes then quietly made a happy smile. Is it okay to think this means you will be with me? Yes. I clung to Iroha-san's chest and held him tightly. We held each other. I'm just really curious how this is going to work out with our mom. To the point that our bodies would melt into each other. Ever so tightly. A few weeks later, Spacey, today is the courtesan's procession. Please prepare an outfit for that. Yes. You'll adore me with a special outfit, right? I left my house and was allowed to stay in Kikuya as Iroha-san's helper. I mean, this is the dream right here, right? We've got a gorgeous man, and we are surrounded by gorgeous men all the time. I'm just saying! I'm not going to complain about this. Where is the downside? Anyway, what's with all the racket early in the morning? And can't you be a little more quiet? Oh, welcome back, Kagura. Would you like to take a bath or have breakfast? Where the fuck was he? Kagura usually wakes up earlier than anyone else, and he goes out if he doesn't have a client. How many times do I have to tell you? Iroha and Kagura's voices have just become the same now, which whatever. Yes. God damn it, Kagura. I am not your husband, so don't talk to me like we're a couple. Oh, okay. That's right. It'll be much trouble if Iroha gets jealous because of that. Takao laughed out loud, but... Alright, I'm going to rest for a little bit in my room. Feeling Iroha-san's sharp gaze, Takao left hastily. Kagura then passed in front of me and faced Iroha. Iroha-san, what happened with that thing I talked to you about before? Are you talking about Kageru? It's like the same voice. Like, Iroha just kind of slipped into it as we were going, and I was like, it's okay, Kagura's not really in this. And now here he is, and I'm like, fuck. Now I'm caught red-handed. I'm caught bad voicing. Anyway, if he's talking about Kageru, that means... As I started to think about it... Yeet! Someone suddenly pulled my arm from behind, making me almost fall over. When I looked back... Oh. Tokiwa was there with an annoyed look on his face. Tokiwa! You're always doing that. Stop pulling me so suddenly. Haven't I told you again and again? Please persuade the manager to end my training. Even though you asked me to do that, I don't know what to do about it. Hey, you're such a cold lady. Every day is like this. It's very busy. So much so that I don't have time to feel lonely. This is the path I chose. I'm really happy that I chose to be next to Iroha-san. Thank you for your hard work, Iroha-san. I poured sake into a cup and thanked him for the day's hard work. He downed the sake all at once. Oh, we about to get boned. And then he sighed with a sweet aroma coming from his mouth. It's something special to finish work with a drink. Spacey, you won't drink. You know I'm not good with sake. I'll have tea with my meal. You haven't grown up at all since coming here. He put his cup on top of the tray and elegantly walked over to me. I think that I'll teach you a long-needed lesson. I quickly understood what he was trying to say. Really? I mean, we were clued in before he opened his mouth. My heart started to beat quickly. He poured sake into a cup and took it into his mouth. Then, Iroha-san, he lifted my chin up, and then he went to press his lips onto mine in such a way as to cover them entirely. Whew! I swallowed every bit of sake that he poured from his mouth into mine. When I drank the last drop of the sake, he narrowed his eyes with joy and finished his kiss. The depths of my throat became hot from the sake. Now, get used to sake. As he said that, he gently hugged my shoulders. I don't need to get used to it. Because I'm here to take care of you like this? No, that's not what I'm saying. Aw. Iroha-san suddenly brought his face in close to my bosom. Ooh. His hair turned white, and it was clear that he wanted me. I mean, I'm just assuming that this is like every 5 minutes. Your heart is beating intensely. Do you want me to ask why? You're turning into an ogre too, aren't you? Because I'm happy that you're next to me. I'm unbearably happy now. Iroha began loosening my belt. Though I'm used to this action, and I still can't help to get excited. Spacey, no matter how long it's been, it seems like you don't get used to anything. Spacey, do you like it when I take off your clothes? No, I absolutely hate it. I nodded once. Iroha-san, your fingers, I like them a lot. That sounds wildly inappropriate. His white, slender, and long fingers looked like they were preparing to touch my body. So him taking off my clothes was enough to make me feel happy. For you to say something so adorable. You really are a bad girl. Oh, now I'm gonna get punished. I cocked my head to one side and he caressed my lips with his fingers. That makes me want to tease you. Oh, you're so mean. I know. Teasing you is interesting. But more than anything, I want you, Spacey. Iroha-san, let's stay here forever. Yes. In Kikuya, where we met. In the shadows of the Gentleman of the Night, Iroha and I saw our dream again today. A long dream that we'll never awake from. Just the two of us. Forever and ever. For the Gentlemen of the Night who were lost to love, and for the future of the Gentlemen of the Night who will live on from now. It just like ends. Okay. Alright. Anyway. Sequel! The Quarrel. I woke up a little later than usual today. Why are you doing it so slowly, Iroha? I'm doing this precisely and quickly. When their glances met, they snorted at each other and each looked in the opposite direction. I have no idea what's happening between them. Good morning. Good morning, Spacey. Did you sleep well? He's normal. Yes, I feel refreshed. I guess it was just my imagination. I wish that you would care about me like that. Yeah, there really is something strange happening. What could have happened? The two of you are acting sort of different from your usual selves. Oh my god, my mother wants my man. Huh? You don't need to worry about that. Eat your breakfast. No, Spacey. You should have breakfast outside today. What? Their ghastly glares prevented me from continuing my sentence. Spacey is my daughter, isn't she? She's been eating it since she was young. She shouldn't care about that. No, I care about that. So what? A man shouldn't care about such a small thing. Wait a minute. I'm just as confused as she is. Look, we're there. Why are you guys fighting with each other? Well, you see, Iroha-san spoke vaguely. Continuing after him, my mother explained the reason. It's because Iroha said he doesn't like an ingredient in my miso soup. I told him to eat it because it's nutritious, but he won't listen. Well, that ingredient in your miso soup isn't even food. Dude, you live with my mom. Be nice to your mother-in-law is all I'm saying. You're not a child. I'll start making it every day. What? How can you be so cruel? Isn't that mortifying for you? Well, you have to eat everything then. He formed his hands into fists and shook them furiously next to his waist. What is the ingredient that he hates so much? I think it's okay to ask him later. Well, in any case, they like each enough to argue about a trivial thing like this. If I think about it like that, it doesn't seem like there's a problem. It's nutritious, so if you eat it, your bean sprout-like body will become more manly. Don't insult my beautiful, gorgeous, lanky gentleman. I like them tall and lanky. Did you just say I'm like a bean sprout? And this is the first time that anyone has said something so rude to me. Iroha-san? It's fine. Iroha-san! He turned around and went into the house, and I rushed after him. What are you doing by getting your things out? When I came into the room, there were clothes scattered about. They were all Iroha-san's clothes. He's like packing up and leaving. My mom chased her husband away. My fucking wrist hurts so bad. I can't stay in this house anymore. What? It's just an argument. I used to be a gentleman of the night in Kikuya, and I have my pride as a manager. But she threatened me with eating the vegetable that I hate and said that I was like a bean sprout. Oh, so that's the vegetable he hates. Spacey. Yes? What is it? I'm leaving this house. He's so fucking dramatic. Oh, whoops. I accidentally double-clicked. Huh? Of course. You'll come with me, right? Huh? What are you talking about? We should start our life just the two of us from the beginning. It's a good idea, isn't it? He put out his hand, but there's no way I can make a decision that easily. Perhaps feeling annoyed by my hesitation, he quickly retracted his hand. So that's how it is? Spacey, you're going to take your mother's side, are you? Huh? Oh, no, it's not that. It's fine. It's been short, but thank you for everything. You're literally gonna leave me because you got an argument with my mom? Good fucking lord, drama queen. He sat on his knees politely, and with his hands on his knees and face toward me, he bowed. Then he ran out of the house carrying his packed luggage. Since he didn't turn into an ogre, I knew he wasn't too angry. More than being angry, I felt he might be sulking. So I imagined that he'd come back sometime in the evening. I can't believe he hasn't come back yet. Just leave him alone. He'll come back sooner or later. Though my mother said something like that, she's also been nervous for a little while now. Maybe I should try and get him. Do you have any idea where he could have gone? Fucking Kikuya. Yeah, I think he may be at that place. I told my mother where I was going and then headed there. Oh, it's you. You got here just in time. So, Iroha-san did come here? Yeah, he came. We're no match against him, so we don't know what to do with him. Come in, I'll bring you to him. I nodded and followed Tokiwa-san. When I entered the room, there was a man sitting on the window frame gazing outside. He just goes, I'm coming back! And they're like, but we have a new manager, and you go, no, I will come back! And they're like, the fuck is his wife to come get him? Can someone send her a note? Could you come pick up your husband? Iroha-san, you're quite late. It looks like there's some happiness somewhere in his face. We thought you would come back, Iroha-san, so we were waiting for you. Shall we go back before it gets too late? No, I'm not going back. But you're going to create the shop some problems. I've already paid for the day. So I'm not giving them any real problems. So who did he buy? It's kind of interesting. So, wait, you paid them, but this isn't a hotel. So who did you pay for? Just curious as to I mean, can I just sleep between you? Double cuddles? Which one of them did you buy for the night? I'm just curious. What a childish excuse. Oh, was it Kagura? Interesting. Why? Anyway, do you have a moment? Just as I was about to let out a sigh, Kagura-san came to me. Are you talking to me? Yes. I wanted to talk to him about tonight, so I left Iroha-san in the room and followed Kagura-san. Iroha-san won't budge if he's like that. Yeah, I think so. Sorry for the inconvenience, but can I stay here for one night? Yes, it's better that you do. I've already got permission from the manager. Iroha-san has already paid enough, so you don't need to worry about it. Thank you. I thanked Kagura-san and went back to the room. That aroma that you can only experience in Kikuya and the thick, fluffy beds. I missed everything about Kikuya, and to be honest, I was excited. It's been a long time since we've stayed in Kikuya like this, hasn't it? These sound like it's a vacation destination. I snuggled up next to Iroha-san's body like a cat. He then put out his arms and hugged me. You seem really happy. I am happy. I thought that we'd never come back to Kikuya. So I guess there was some benefit to running away. Would you like to drink some sake? Something to eat? I tried to stand up and separate myself from his body, but he held me strongly, so tightly that I couldn't escape. I don't need anything in particular. I just want to be with you like this. Aren't you hungry? I'm fine. I ate right after I came to Kikuya. May I ask you what vegetable was it that you hate? I didn't say that I hate it. I said that it's unfit as an ingredient in miso soup. Doesn't that mean that you hate it? It's more like, I like it, I just don't want it in my miso soup. Oh, I see. That's what it was. He noticed that I was trying to stifle my laughter, so he turned his gaze outside of the window in annoyance. But right after that, he directed his face back to me. But it's strange, isn't it? What do you mean? It's as if he's trying to evade the situation. Iroha started to kiss me gently above my eyelids, on my lips, ears, and everywhere else. Every time that he did, it tickled a little and felt pleasant. And this made me twist my body about. Please tell me what you mean. I used to think that this place was my home, and now it feels like I'm staying in an inn. There was something that seemed sad in his face. He must want to go home. I think he wants to go home. Let's go back home together tomorrow, okay? Yes, I think after one night, feeling will calm down on both sides. Yes, but that house is for Mother, Iroha-san and I. It's our house. Making up with your mother is a different story. Well, you really are stubborn. I don't want you to say that about me, Spacey. Perhaps trying to hide his embarrassment, Iroha-san pushed my body over. Spacey, if you really insist on me going back home with you, I may consider it. I do insist. Our families should live together. Well, all right. Well, hello. Iroha-san nodded and at the same time turned into an ogre. When I tried to put my arms around Iroha-san's neck, he stopped moving. What happened? No, I just think that I do look like a bean sprout with this form. You really are concerned about what my mother said, aren't you? Well, yes, a little. So you think I look like a bean sprout? Oh, so do you think I look like a bean sprout? Okay. He said that so seriously that it made me want to laugh. But I tried to hold it in and put my arms around his neck. Then I whispered into his ear, "No, you don't look like one. You look like a beautiful ogre." I'm not sure that that's better. Like, no, you look like an ogre. Because again, you picture Shrek, but whatever. I believe your words, Spacey. He put his arms around my back and put his hands inside of my clothes from behind. His fingers stimulated my body, and before I could nod in agreement, my body trembled. We spent the night together in Kikuya like this, like the good old days. I calmed down the obstinate Iroha-san, and now we're going home. It feels a bit strange that we're going back home together. Absolutely. Oh. Iroha-san's feet stopped, and then I also stopped, looking at the destination of his glance. My mother was standing there. Mother, what are you doing here so early in the morning? I ran up to her and saw that she looked sleepy. I was worried about my runaway son-in-law and my daughter who ran after him. My runaway son-in-law, and he's like, "You're an adult man." Fucking act like it. It's kind of funny. Iroha-san held his chest and looked down to the ground. Were you waiting all night like this? Don't be ridiculous. I heard that you were in Kikuya, so I came outside around the time that you would come back. Iroha-san still had a regrettable look on his face. But I guess it's only natural since he doesn't know what it's like to have a family. Iroha-san, this is a good time for you to be accepting. I just looked at him, and Iroha-san smiled a little. I'm sorry that I acted like a child. All that matters is that you came back home safely. I forgive you for using that ingredient. So, you're going to eat it, right? We'll talk about that next time and decide. He said that like nothing had happened. It's like, what ingredient? What? What is it? It's not bean sprouts, but... My mother and I looked at each other and laughed about it secretly. Man, baby. Gotta love it, though. All right, date scenario. Cleaning the Inari Shrine. So, I'm assuming... Okay, so, like, this will probably be while we're living in Kikuya. Because most of the sequel and the date kind of... I think the sequel is after obviously after the happy ending, and the date scenario is after the... No. The sequel is after the super happy ending, and the date scenario is after the happy ending. They both unlock after you get one ending, but it's kind of like the flow seems to fit. Like, cause so, like most of the other ones, like it was Tokiwa's route, right? One we got married in, and then the other one we opened the shop, and then eventually kind of got married, and then, like, I thought, like you could kind of see, like, okay, so all of the things kind of happened. It's just, we didn't get married right away. It was like a little bit delayed or whatever it was. This one, it's kind of two very separate endings. Like, anyway. Iroha-san took me away, and it's been a month since we started living together in Kikuya. Like, this is drastically different. One, we're living in Kikuya, one, we're with our mom. It's not like, oh, well, in the happy ending, he lives with us, and then we just don't get married right away, and the other one we got married. It's like two very different realities, From the start, I was worried about what would happen, but with Iroha-san's help, I'm able to survive somehow. Spacey-san, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it? And because of the incessant rain that didn't end until yesterday, and the Inari Shrine is a mess, can I ask you to clean it up? You don't need to be so formal. You can ask me anything. That's my job. Hey, you're a real help. Thank you. It seems that Kagero was going to his training. Carrying a big bag, he left the shop. When I came to Inari Shrine, it looked pretty terrible. This is going to be a lot of work. Because it continuously rained for a few days, there was a big puddle of water. And the gentlemen of the night and clients passing through here would get their clothes dirty. And the worst thing was the wind that came to attack Yoshiwara along with the rain. The leaves and small cherry blossom petals that had been blown about by the wind fell to the ground and became dirty with mud. So, like, what's she gonna do? She picks up and cleans the petals off, puts it back, stick it back on the tree, and the tree's like, bitch, it's fall! Don't put these back on me. From the shrine grounds, mud spattered everywhere, and I worried if it could be finished if it can be finished this in a day. If it could be finished in a day, makes more sense. I should start by gathering the fallen leaves. I started sweeping with the bamboo broom that I brought with me. One after another, I made small piles of mud. Okay, let's keep it going like this. Spacey, there you are. There was Iroha-san who was coming toward me calmly. Despite being in a dirty shrine, just him walking there made it seem like a glamorous stage. As I unintentionally stared at him, good lord, he wrapped his big hands around my cheeks. Are you tired? No, it's nothing. Why are you here, Iroha-san? I heard that you were asked to clean up Inari's shrine, so I came here to help. Is that okay? Iroha-san narrowed his eyes and gave a small nod. When I'm in the shop, I always have something to do. But if I'm here, I can spend time with you without worrying. Could it be... Did he really come here to spend time with me? I looked up at his face and felt shy. When you look at me like that, I instinctively feel that I want to touch you. Iroha-san. But I need to change the mood. Well then, let's start cleaning. All right? By the way, I didn't really expect this, but you look good with a bamboo broom. Oh, and he has a powerfully rousing, pure beauty. I wonder why that is. You are looking at me with a puzzled face. Shall I tell you the reason why I look good with this? Because he looks good with everything? I'm just saying. He gave me a smile that was more mean than bewitching. Yes? It's simple. I'm a manager, and I use a bamboo broom when I beat people. I'm used to holding it, so it fits me. Oh, I see. I'm not so sure that I should go along with that. Iroha-san stared at me with an annoyed look on his face. I can't believe that you're going along with this. I just said it as a joke. Sorry. But it's true that you look good with a bamboo broom. That doesn't make me the least bit happy. I could sense Iroha-san coming closer to me. I slowly moved backwards while looking at his face. It's useless to run away, Spacey. Spacey, stop! The complexion of Iroha-san's smiling face instantly changed. Even I tried to stop. My feet were already moving. I'm not sure if there was a hole somewhere, but my heel got caught. I heard the sound of splashing as I stepped into a puddle that was deeper than I thought it would be. And then my feet slipped and I fell over backwards. Splash. I heard the loud splashing sound of the mud and felt the resulting impact. But it wasn't cold. When I opened my eyes, I found that Iroha-san was underneath me. I'm sorry. What should I do? It's okay. Calm down. He then patted my back, but I still can't calm down. Your back is covered in mud. I guess it is. Yeah, we'll have to just go get naked in a bath together. Right? Just saying. I thought I felt something cold. If you stay like that, you'll catch a cold. Hurry and take a bath. All right. Well, let's go back then. Suddenly in a good mood, Iroha-san stood up and began walking with energy. Oh, hello! Where was this, CG, the whole entire game? Why am I doing this? Iroha-san was sitting down with his back turned to me. I think it would be nice for you to wash me sometimes, since I'm always washing you. By the way, why are you still wearing your undergarments? Huh? Because I'm going back to clean after I finish washing you. He seems displeased. I pretended not to notice and began pouring hot water on his back. It's not easy to get the mud out of your hair. No need to rush. You should take your time. It feels good to be touched by your fingers. Though I think it feels good even when it's not my fingers. Oh, you can't sleep in the bath, can you? Actually, I'm really sleepy. But I'll be careful. Please do. Alright, I'm going to wash your back now. When I looked at his shoulders, I felt a strange tension. Is it that his clothes are making him look thinner than he actually is? Looking at him from behind, his shoulders are wide. And burly. Burly? That's not what I would describe as a bean sprout. His shoulder blades are particularly big. They're fascinating. So beautiful. Before I knew it, I was caressing his shoulder blades. His smooth skin feels so good to touch that I could touch it forever. Iroha-san's body shook a little. Oh, he likes it. I'm sorry, did that tickle you? No, that's not it. But I feel that it really is better that I wash myself. Why? It's okay. I'll wash you like I should. No, it's not that. I ignored his words and started to wash him with soap. Yeah, now he's getting turned on. Do you feel good? Yes, I guess so. Iroha-san, you don't have any excess fat, do you? My God, your body is so lithe and supple and glorious. Are you turned on? Because I gotta go back and clean the shrine. Like, the fuck? Like, she has no clue. As I slid my fingers along his arms to wash them, they felt brawny and hard. I'm jealous of you. I'd like to have a little more muscle. You're good enough the way you are now. And because it feels comfortable to hug you. Right? Thank you. You be like, you know, lithe and gangly and muscly, and I'll be like chubby and rolly and soft. Right? Thank you. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not too muscly, though, because that's just unattractive, but... It makes me embarrassed if you flatter me like that. What a coincidence. It also feels like you made me embarrassed just now. Huh? Why? Using only his neck, he turned back to me and I saw his cheeks were slightly red. And he also looked at me in a reproachful manner. I'm used to looking at your skin, but I feel terribly embarrassed to be looked at. I didn't expect that he would feel that way. Which is funny, because your profession is that you're being looked at. But Iroha-san, when you were a gentleman of the night, many people looked at you, didn't they? It's a mistake to compare you to other women. I felt ticklish since he was implying that I'm special to him. I understand your feelings very well. But as he was looking back at me, I quickly turned his face back to being forward. Back to facing forward? What? Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. As he was looking back at me, I quickly turned his face back to be facing forward. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to wash you, so please enjoy the feeling of being embraced. Without waiting for his response, I began washing his back again. The mud had already been washed away, but since I'm already washing him, I wanted to wash his whole body. I guess this will be a battle against my own shame. Then when I finished washing away the soap, it suddenly happened. I can't take it anymore. Huh? His hair started to spread out into the air, and he instantly turned into an ogre. Iroha-san? This is your fault, Spacey. With cool eyes and without hesitation, he said that scary thing. I don't think this is my fault, though. Girl, why did Iroha-san change his appearance? Oh god, you're so dumb. Is it because he's mad, or does he feel sexual desire? Girl, he's naked and you're stroking him. I'm just saying. Whatever the case, it's meaningless to think about it right now. Why are you running away? Because you turned into an ogre, Iroha-san. So? His throat shook joyfully with laughter. It's daytime, so won't somebody come in here? Okay, that's just like, put it away! People could come in. Is that so? Is that so? He doesn't care what I say to him, so I don't know what to say back to him. For an ogre, a human who's trying to run away is just like a small animal. Don't you think so? He grabbed my arm and held me. The expression on his face looking down upon me cast a spell on me, robbing my body of its freedom. And like that, I was slowly laid down. Someone will come. I pushed him back and he knocked me over. To make matters worse, he blocked my lips with his lips so I couldn't talk. The core of my head started to feel loose and numb. I'm no match for Iroha-san's power. He continued by burying his face in my neck and kissing it. Iroha-san, no, don't! Around this time, the gentlemen of night are sleeping. And this is also when the servants are taking a break. From my neck, a tingling ecstasy attacked my body, and no one will come. Well, that's a disappointment, because Oh, you meant no human being will walk in on us, because I'm just saying phrasing. but we can't do this in a place like this. But the view is so nice. I want to enjoy this more. Are you saying that to tease me? My skin was slightly visible through my wet undergarments. I understood the meaning of Iroha-san's words. About time. So I felt embarrassed and looked away from him. If you look away from me, it'll only make me want you even more. Huh? Iroha-san met my glance and looked down upon me. What is he gonna do to me? Girl. My heart started to go wild in anticipation. His hands aggressively wrapped themselves around my bosoms. So fucking awkward when I say bosoms. You're like, so not sexy, but I'm glad they didn't say anything else that would have been really, you would have been like, oh, that's kind of crude and gross, but like, it's just funny. Everything about you arouses me and urges me to do this. I'll never let you go. With his sweet breath, Iroha-san whispered those delightful words to me. While praying that no one would come, I felt the warmth of his body. I mean... these are all the new ones. So like, oh. So yeah, we will do all of his little sub-stories in the next part, so. Like, these ones are, like, tasty. It's just, like, good lord. Like, they're getting a little, like, that one was like, oh, and this one's like, oh. And then you go to this one and you're like, Jesus. We finally got one of him, just him, which is our hand in it. But, like, it's literally just him. But, yeah, so, yeah, no, this is probably my favorite. Like, look at him, he's fucking beautiful. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. I enjoyed Iroha. I don't know. Like, I mean, but I like it when they're kind of mean to me. Not like Kageru. He was a fucking douchehole. Constantly, like, Iroha is the kind where he's kind of like whatever. But he wasn't even like that. He still wasn't the, like, standoffishy one. A little bit. But it was more like, no, I can't be with you. You're like, oh, stop being a drama queen. You know? But he's our angsty marshmallow. He's not really the angry marshmallow so much, even though he turns into an ogre. It's more like he's angsty. Like, he's like, no, I can't be with you. You're like, oh god, stop. Stop having the pity party and just fuck me already. Like, and then I had to read that quite a few times. But anyway, yes, so we will do all of his sub-stories in the next part. So yeah, anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.